Alrighty, friends, it is time for the last tour in Egypt and the last tour of the honeymoon.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm actually doing well.
Where you going?
The museum and a bunch of other places.
Excited?
Yeah. I'm excited.
I love you.
I love you more. So before we tell you where we're going today, kids, I just want to give a big shout out to our tour guide that we have for today. Look, let me tell you, when I know the God that I serve and how much favor he has on my life, because our tour guides, just in general and anything that we do, are awesome, but they have been all great on this honeymoon. And our tour guide for today did not disappoint. Her name is Marwa. She is now our friend, and we love her. And she was super knowledgeable, super kind, patient, and by the middle of the day, she was already cracking jokes. So we loved her for that. So I got to give a big shout out to our tour guide for today.
First stop is the Citadel of Cairo, which also holds the Mosque of Muhammad Ali, who was the ruler at the beginning of the 19th century. And then we head over to the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization. Last but not least, shopping!
To go into the mosque, ladies need to cover their shoulders and knees.
What you wearing, Tremaine?
What is this called? What is this called?
This is abaya.
184 meters high.
This is the courtyard right before entering into the mosque. Straight ahead, you'll see this tower here. However, it is a water fountain, a working water fountain. But when they come out there, you can sit on the stools to pray, and then the water will come out of those holes. This is all hand carved out of marble. It is really magnificent, really, really magnificent. So that is our tour guide giving us a description and telling us that the water would come out there. You would sit there and pray.
We are now entering the mosque that Muhammad Ali built. It's a beautiful structure. Again, you see all the marble and just, again, like the ingenuity that the people who built this had, because they did not have the technology we had, is just amazing. In the corner where Marwa just showed us was the special room that Muhammad Ali had for himself so that he could go and pray alone and wouldn't be around the rest of the parishioners as they prayed. And he made sure that those hanging lights, that there were 365 of them to represent for each day.
Also, the domes and the arches in this mosque are very intentional. It is to carry the sound, to make sure, because they did not have a projection system to carry the sound. So they used the structure of the building as a sound system.
This is the top of the citadel. Now, the citadel of Cairo, it was the seat of government in Egypt and the residence of its rulers for nearly 700 years, from the 13th to the 19th centuries. And you can imagine why the government and the military would want to be in this particular location, because you get a 360 view of the city, so you can always see who's coming in and coming out. And then, of course, Olivia and I thought it was extra special that you could see pyramids from this view. It's just amazing that I could just look across the skyline and see pyramids.
Coming up now is the original mosque that was in the Citadel. When Muhammad Ali took over and became the ruler of Egypt, he built a new mosque for himself, which is the one we saw previously. This is the original. In this mosque, though, it has been a bit damaged and torn throughout. The rulers, people stole out of it, but those are the original light fixtures that they used at the beginning of this mosque.
Next up is my favorite stop of the day, which was the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization. And it's my favorite because here they have 22 mummies, like real live mummies that we studied in school. They have some here in this building. And not only that, but the grounds, as you can see, are beautiful. This was recently built and completed in 2020. They did it through the pandemic. They had a massive opening ceremony, which you can find on YouTube, but that was beautiful because they actually had to move the mummies from one museum to this current one. So let's get into it.
Doors, and they started to like draw that over the ground, and after that it's transaction to be like a game. It's called the Senate game, and it become nowadays the chess.
Besides the mummies, this was my favorite exhibit. This is a prosthetic that was built centuries ago. The Egyptians were so freaking smart.
This coffin was recently recovered back by the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization due to the fact that Kim Kardashian posted next to this in the 2018 Met Gala. So the Egyptians called them up at the Met and said, hey, that is not yours, that belongs to us. It was stolen, and it was able to be returned back to them due to the fact that Kim Kardashian posted a picture of it at the 2018 Met Gala.
We weren't able to take any photos or videos of the mummies, so sorry y'all won't be able to see that. Just know that it was very cool to see 22 actual mummies in person. And so after we left the museum, it was time to get lunch. They had a lovely buffet set up for us, and it was quite delicious.
I don't know what it is about bulk spices, but it gets me every time. This is a spice shop, you guys, that I enjoyed thoroughly. I tried so many spices. I smelled things. This was my favorite. I loved this.
She went crazy, y'all. She went crazy. She went crazy in this store. If she could have bought everything, if I would have let her buy everything, she would have. I will say, I had a good time too, but Olivia had a really good time.
Garam masala. Egyptian garam masala.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Egyptian garam masala.
Ooh. It's good stuff. Smell that. It smells good. You know you bought too much when they wanted to take a picture with you.
Drinking some tea
And what else you been doing?
and smelling mint
And what else you been doing?
and talking to my friends
Oh.
and talking to my new Egyptian friends.
You haven't been doing anything else in here? In this place? In this place? You haven't been doing anything else in here?
I don't recall.
Oh, now you don't recall.
I don't recall.
Oh, okay.
I don't recall. But I smell nice. I want everything.
I know you do.
This is the shop. This is for me. I feel at home. I feel good here. Thank you.
Don't tell her that. Don't tell her that.
I'm not really sure what happened here. I thought I was just going in here just to find a quick little easy t-shirt for my dad, and next thing I know, Tremaine has had to buy a suitcase because she bought so many spices, she bought so much incense, and then she buys, this is the cotton store, she buys all the cotton, so I don't know. I don't know. You have to ask Tremaine what happened.
Y'all know she lying.
I need to know, Tremaine, what did you just do?
Oh my god. That's your bag.
You bought a new bag. You got more luggage because you did more shopping.
No, yeah, I know that. That's a
Be
lie.
reasonable.
See?
Aw, I thought we were best friends.
Let's head to our last stop, which is the famous bazaar that's called Khan al-Khalili. Now, I will say this wasn't my favorite stop of the day. It was quite crowded, and as you can imagine, everybody's trying to sell you something, and it's kind of close. And so, like, my anxiety was very, very high. But Olivia wanted to go, so I powered through it. This is our tour guide leading us to a shop that she knows sells stuff that we know is made in Egypt, because there are a lot of shops there that are selling Egyptian things that are made in China. So we asked her to take us to the place where they are making authentic Egyptian souvenirs. So we stopped by, got our last of our souvenirs for our people, and took some pictures and rolled out. We probably stayed maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops. After the market, we headed back to our hotel, said our goodbyes to Marwa, and later on we got some dinner at the hotel.
Eat it, look in.
And this is Olivia helping me to edit videos. Good night, y'all.